We all know someone, maybe it's a friend or a family member, who says that their dog always listens to them as long as they're holding a piece of food. What we really want is a dog who listens to us, whether we have food or toys or nothing at all, just our voice. We're going to talk about rewards today in our 2-minute training terms. Welcome back to McCann Dogs. I'm Ken Steep, and here comes the part where I play a G chord on my acoustic guitar, and Hippie Shake, our toy poodle, barks twice. Welcome back to McCann Dogs. If this is your first time with us, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We publish new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to help you do something awesome with your dog. This is our 2-minute training term series where I try to explain to you a word or phrase that relates to dogs or dog training in 2 minutes or less. So let's not waste any more time. Let's put 2 minutes on the clock, and here we go. Using food in training is often a quick way to achieve results with nearly any dog. Using food to lure a dog into a position is often a quick way to show them what your expectation is and what your final goal is. We need to make sure that our dog clearly understands what we're asking of them, whether it's a position or a behavior, before we move on to the next step. Whether it's a verbal command or a signal, adding a cue is the next step for your dog once they understand this skill. But timing is really important when you're adding a cue. We want to make sure our dog hears the cue independently, then is followed by the lure that we were just working on in step 1. For example, in the sit, I might say sit, wait 1 second, and then show the dog with the lure how to sit. After lots of repetitions of the cue, then lure, you're going to start to see your dog anticipating that lure, and they're going to be either sitting or lying down or whatever the skill is on their own. You're going to say the command and it's going to start to happen. At that point, you're ready to drop the lure. At this point, you've got a dog who clearly understands what you expect of them, but what happens if they stop sitting when you ask? This is where you need to have a plan. What are you going to do if your dog doesn't respond as you'd expect? You're going to need an action aside from going back into your bait pouch or shaking a bag of cookies to get your dog to listen or respond. Once you have a dog who's responding appropriately every single time, you're going to want to establish a varying reward schedule, because we absolutely want to be rewarding those dogs who are working hard for us and are making those great choices and responding quickly. So when you yell come and your dog comes flying in, you're going to reward them with food one time, and maybe the next time they come in and you have a game of tug, or the third time they come in and you give them a nice scratch behind the ear and really praise them up. Vary that reward schedule and pay out occasionally with these great high value food rewards, and another time maybe it's a toy. As long as your dog finds it valuable, you can use anything from your training toolbox. What's important here is that we randomize the reward and ensure that it only comes after the desired behavior has been performed. Now, something that you've always got is praise. Use your voice to cheer your dog on and encourage them when they're doing really well. Encourage them to remain in that stay. Encourage them to remain in that position at your side while you're walking on a loose leash. But save those rewards for those extra special moments, for those moments of precision, for those moments where they've made a great choice, and you want to make sure that you mark that moment for them as something that's really special. And last but not least is the Jackpot Reward. If you have a dog who's sitting at a medium speed over and over again as you're saying sit, and then one time you say sit and lightning fast their bum hits the ground, Jackpot Reward that. Say your yes, make your way in, and feed them 2, 3, 4 treats at a time. Really mark that effort as the kind of effort that you want to see in the future. That's a surefire way to get more effort from your dog. And that's really all I have to say about that. Did I finally do it? Was I under 2 minutes? I'm starting to think maybe it should be 3-minute training terms. I hope you enjoyed this 2-minute training terms, and I hope you found it helpful. If this is your first time with us on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We publish videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to help you do something awesome with your dogs. On that note, happy training, everybody.